Yeah.
I think Miguel's going to be on the side of a milk carton soon.
Well, Miguel doesn't want to leave his house.
I get it.
He's living within the quarantine, and I was going to have the Purgatory Beer guys on tomorrow night, but they're nervous about it as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to play a former Purgatory Beer show.
Okay, that's good.
So
Yeah.
we'll still have them on, but it won't be up to date.
Yeah, well, we weren't sure. We had the original date of Monday to reopen business.
Yeah,
So now it's pushed back, and rightly so, to the 18th.
a
So
little over 2 weeks.
yeah, and this is the right thing to do.
It's not going to open until June.
Yeah. Well, I think it's going to phase in. I think we'll be phasing in. This task force has been working.
You could take
Hard.
areas
Yeah.
where the sparsely populated, open it up.
Well, not only that, you should have. There are certain businesses that should
Yeah.
start to be open.
Yes.
Golf courses.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's what the task force is looking
Yeah.
at, and I was on a call with the lieutenant governor today, and they have people from all different businesses that are working with the 17 that are on the task force, and this is the way to do it, to talk to the people who are in the business so they can tell you how they work and how they would develop ways to work within the guidelines.
And
But we got to get back to work.
And what's happening is you're getting people that are saying, "I'm done. I'm going to do what I want to do," and it's happening. It's
Yeah.
happening
Oh, you're
often.
gonna have
And
more
we
of it.
can't do that
No.
because
No.
we've got some tragic result. There's a lot of cases that are still going up and up and up in a lot of places
Look
here.
at Walmart in Worcester.
So,
Yeah.
It's shut down.
oh really?
25
Been
people.
there?
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
25 people. All of the staff was running around without masks or gloves, or customers were coming in without gloves. They shut it down today.
Peter said that. He says, I went to Walmart and no one had any masks. They were waiting on me and no one had masks
Nope.
on or gloves. So, wow.
And as you've
sad.
said,
Yeah.
the new normal is changing drastically.
Definitely.
What we're seeing in our business is the shields are coming up,
Yeah.
and they're
Well, let me
coming
know if you
from
need, yeah.
all different kinds, like
Yeah.
like a reception that has a shield in
Yes.
front of it now.
Yeah, like
Right.
the doctor's offices used to be.
Absolutely.
They just
The door open.
changed all of that. When I was little and
Yeah,
you were little, the receptionist was always behind a glass
And that's what
screen.
they're doing.
Yeah.
And then they're finding out now that the plexiglass is porous and it doesn't hold
Yeah,
up.
they'll
So
need glass.
we're now going to we're busy,
Yeah.
like crazy busy.
Good.
So
Good. I'm glad
and
to hear
and
that.
they're doing it smart now because they're putting the little
Yeah.
speak tube. I mean
Yeah.
the little hole in the bottom
Slide it
Right.
in.
to
the
slide
little
it in.
arch.
Yeah.
Because you can slide stuff back and
Yeah.
forth.
Right.
Because what was happening is they were reaching around to get a credit card or getting
Yeah.
money, slide it in.
A lot of them have the credit card reader in front.
Yep.
So,
But it's a lot of different businesses
Mm.
now. It's somebody said somebody was talking to me, a dentist. The funniest one, I gotta say it, was we did for crematory. I'm like,
wow.
really? Like,
Well, the
okay.
community center is looking into it too for their
Mm-hmm.
front desk.
They should be coming over.
Yeah, I did
We
talk
should-
to Heather.
we
I
would
did talk to Heather.
take care of that.
Yeah, yeah. I told Heather to give you guys a call because and it's actually their employees don't feel comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what you want. You want to make sure your employees feel safe and
You got
secure.
you got a new normal.
Yep.
People are doing different things now. It's very unique.
Yeah.
I have spoken to, at a distance, more people walking by my house than I have in 40 years.
I didn't even know
It's-
that many people lived in my neighborhood.
It's amazing, and it's great.
Well, you talk about businesses open. Even though a lot of banks have glass,
Yeah.
you can have people walking in with masks.
No, no.
So,
No.
yeah, I think they can't open just because of the fact that you can't have people going into the
No.
bank with masks on.
I know. I walk into the building, and a lot of the elderly in the nice weather that live there are outside, and they have their masks or their shields that I gave them. And I walk in, and they go, "Who is that masked girl?" It's like, yeah.
I was kidding. I had to go to Koopman because and we're all getting a lot of projects done, by the way.
I know we are too. Well, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, we keep Peter away from tools. So,
So
I am.
well, that's all I do is tools. And I went down to Koopman's, and it was funny because Mark is on the lumber desk, and he's a great guy, and known him for a long time. And he goes, You never look so good. I got my little black mascot. It's great. It's people are adapting.
Yeah.
People are getting used to it. It's people are being calmer, and it's working out.
Yeah.
But you still got to use common sense. You still got to use common sense.
Yeah. Well, we had a busy week this week with the CARES Act, the second round of the CARES
Second
Act being
round, and a
announced.
third one coming up.
Yeah, probably in about 3 to 4 weeks we'll have another one. And I was on a call today with about 70 other small businesses across the state, and they predict we'll be within 2 weeks we'll be out of money with the CARES Act, the way that it's going.
It's
So,
amazing, we're talking.
$55 billion has been
Yeah.
distributed in Massachusetts already.
Just in
So,
Massachusetts.
yeah.
Not yet.
So,
I mean, that's amazing when you think
is.
about it. But nationwide, we're talking, what, the first round was almost a half a billion, no, was it half
More
a
than-
billion?
no, it was
I
more
mean,
than
a half a trillion.
half a trillion.
Half a trillion.
Yeah.
And we're talking another half trillion.
Yeah, I think this is what, 459 billion.
Yes, almost a half trillion
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
And
60
and
billion.
It's not enough.
There you
Just
go.
for the EIDL.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we call here. Go ahead, caller, you're on.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Barry.
Hey. How's everybody doing tonight?
Good.
Now.
Russ got the email.
I got it.
Oh, okay. I got a question for Jeannie. I got a question for Jeannie. A friend of mine, their company's getting the SBA grant loan, to keep the people employed.
Yeah, the PPP.
Right, but they're telling their employees that they have to use their vacation and sick time first. Is that true that companies can do that?
Yes, they can. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they can do that.
Well, the
Yeah.
idea is stretches it further.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah, because they're not ready to open yet, so they can utilize that.
No, I mean the company's telling them that they have to use their vacation and
Yes.
sick time.
Yep, they can do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, they
All
can.
right. And now I watched I watched the selectmen's meeting the other night the best I could, Harry. Now, basically, the town meeting and the elections are being kicked into June.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
They're
Okay.
doing the town meeting,
Town meeting first.
first, so that they could get the fire station on the ballot, because it's really the only thing on the ballot.
Right,
I mean,
right.
there's nothing else on it.
Other than that selectmen's race.
Well, yeah, but it's the two of us, and there's two spots. It's really not a race. I don't think Tommy and I would actually race.
No.
It's
We're
a
like,
try.
yeah, go ahead.
It's a
Yeah,
try.
go ahead.
It's a little jog.
And now they're saying that your property taxes, you don't have to pay it until June 1st.
That's
Right.
correct.
Yep.
Okay, but I mean, you think that the treasurer will work with the people if they need like a budget or something? You think, Harry?
Oh, they've always done that.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
they'll always
Yeah,
do
I
a
remember-
payment plan.
I remember talking to some people in town that they've done that for them.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
they've always done that. And I'm sure they'll do something now with this unique situation.
Right.
Especially, I mean, you don't go into tax title until you're 2 years. But before that, the collectors will always put a payment plan in for you. They'll let you do it monthly, weekly. I mean, they're very good, and they'll always work with the townspeople.
Oh, that's good.
But what they're doing is at 30 days, there's no interest, there's no penalties.
Right.
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 Already paid.
So that's good. A number of towns are doing that. Shrewsbury's
Yeah,
doing that as
because
well.
I think what's going to happen, like I said, I'm hearing, a lot of companies are telling people that don't expect a raise this year, or
Right.
no
Yeah.
Christmas bonuses, and so
Yeah.
I think, and then if people are going to be laid off longer, or if they're going to hire them back, so there's a lot of uncertainty, especially like in the fall and stuff, and that if we ever get back to normal,
Yeah. Well, a number of the people that are on unemployment assistance, they're getting the $600 supplement, and they can do that through July 27th. So that gives businesses time to recover a bit in order to call people back.
Now is that an additional $600 a week?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's people that are making more money
Much
laid
more.
off.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The people in my office I laid off are making a lot more money than they made when I was
Well,
paying
hopefully
them.
they save it because, like you say, they don't know
I
what's going
know.
to happen in the fall.
Exactly.
Well, that's the smart thing to do.
But
is
it
to put
is
it away.
taxable, so
Yes.
everybody needs to realize that they should either have their taxes taken out before they get the check, or make sure that they put aside money because they're gonna get taxed on it.
You're gonna pay next
Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
So even the $600
Oh, yeah.
in your regular unemployment is taxable.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Oh,
All
yeah.
unemployment is taxable.
Yes.
Okay, because like my son-in-law, he got laid off. I like that the week in March when they shut everything off.
Yeah.
And like he first got his first unemployment check just a couple of days ago.
Good.
So like I said, so they're running behind or however it takes long to process it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is retroactive, so he should get reimbursed for all that
Right.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta realize that they're swamped with people.
Oh
going
yeah,
for
yeah. Well,
unemployment.
he said you couldn't even. Well, you can't. There's no one there you can answer the phone. You know.
Well, they do today. It is open. I think they said they have like 1,200 people that they've hired to answer the phone, and they're
okay.
many of them are bilingual. So, the call center is open again finally.
Well, I mean, it should be a good sign that at least he got his first check.
Oh yeah.
So they,
Oh
hopefully
yeah.
he
So
should be
he's
in the
all
system.
set. But he does have to each week go in and answer the questions.
Online.
Yeah, online.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, they're not asking you if you're looking for work.
Yeah,
they just
they
want to
do.
know how you looking.
All
They
right.
are. You
I'll
can't.
make-
So
I'll
you
make
have
sure
to
he
put.
does that.
I can't.
Right.
I would, but I
Right.
can't.
But
But
they
they
don't
have the.
Yeah,
but
the
they
other
are
one.
asking
Are you aware? Are you ready to work when the time
Yes.
is?
Right.
Yeah.
Which is you have to put yes.
No one's
The
hiring.
old days
right
you
now.
had to go to
Yeah.
Oh
the
yeah.
office.
Yeah.
Right. You remember you had to be like an interview or something, Harry?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you had to go to a class.
Yeah.
Right. And now I heard the selectman Charlie was saying something about Plumber's Corner, but I couldn't. The audio was bad. What do you know what he said, Harry?
Yes.
Okay.
He's concerned because Burger King is closed. There are people that will drive from the parking lot for the donut shop.
Yeah. They will.
They shoot across to get over to the parking lot for Shaw's
Yeah.
and job outlet,
Job lot.
job.
Job lot.
Job
Job
lot.
lot. And he says they're shooting across, and there was almost an accident the other day. So he'd like to see one of those closed. Oh, and
They're going to be construction vehicles there very shortly.
right.
Oh, did someone buy it or?
Burger King's coming back.
Oh, it said for lease. Doesn't
Yeah,
it
it
say
says
for
for
lease?
lease.
I just heard that Burger King's coming back.
I hope
They got
so.
police signs up.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of lease signs
Somebody
up down
just
there.
told me
Russ.
that Burger King is coming back.
Maybe it's another Burger King.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I love those Impossible
Well, they might have
Burgers.
leased it to, maybe they leased it to a different corporation.
Burger King. Yeah, maybe it's
Yeah,
another.
that's what I was.
I hope
That's what I just
so.
heard that. So
Yeah.
But all we gotta do is shut that entrance
right.
going into the next parking lot.
Yeah.
Right.
So what did he say? To have the town manager look at the problem, Harry?
Well, he's gonna discuss it with the Burger King people.
Oh, okay. All right.
Jan Corporation is the owner.
Do you know it's
Oh,
not
okay.
illegal to do that?
Now, have you
Oh,
No, but
heard anything
Because-
about Walmart not going back to 24 hours when this gets over yet, Harry?
they were
No.
never 24 hours.
No.
Oh, okay.
Midnight.
Good. I thought
But they
someone
won't-
said
they won't
there
even
was
go to
a
midnight.
Walmart that
it's
not
going to
going
be
back
a
to
while
24
before that
hours.
happens again. We're going to be phasing it in.
When we did the site plan, when we did the review on them,
Uh-huh.
the planning board, they asked for 24 hours, and I said, yeah, I have no problem with that.
Right.
But they never used it. They closed at midnight
Yeah.
and then reopened at 6 in the morning.
Oh, okay. Is
Right
the one
now,
in
they're
Worcester
closing
24
at
hours?
9, I think.
Is the one in Worcester 24 hours?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, maybe
Worcester's
that was the
24
one they
hours.
were
Yes.
talking
But
about.
Worcester's closed
No,
right now.
Worcester is
Worcester's
0
closed.
hours
Yeah,
right
I
now.
heard you mention
Is
that
the one
that
in
it shut down.
Millbury?
Yes.
The one on right on 146.
Oh, that
Oh,
one.
boy.
Okay, because there's
All right.
the
Hey,
other one. I don't like that.
thank
other one is
you,
terrible.
Jeannie, for that information.
Oh, my
I'll tell my
pleasure.
son-in-law.
Anytime.
And
Okay.
thank you for everything and everything you guys are doing. Stay safe and stay well now.
Thanks,
too.
you too.
All right.
Yeah, it was. I had. It drives me nuts that you're coming through Plumber's Corner, and people would scoot through in the morning, and it was funny because I was running for selectman at one point in time, and I was doing standouts in the early
You
morning.
almost got run
And
over.
and the people
You were
I
almost a
got
hood
run-
ornament.
Yeah, almost got run over. And I said to Wally, and then I said to Timmy, and then other people, I said, Is it? And they literally looked it up, and they said there is no citation.
Well, there
There
were,
is no citation for cutting through a parking lot.
when I
Because
was,
it's open and.
Yeah.
yeah,
it's
when I
open.
came here tonight, there were kids doing wheelies on their bikes, so.
Got to do something.
What irritates me, and when they did the Shaw's expansion, when Cossey's expanded, put the Shaw's in, I wanted to close that other driveway, the one that's almost near Burger King that goes right on to
Yeah.
122.
Yeah.
And they said, no, we gotta keep that, we gotta keep it. I says, I'm telling you, it's all right if people just exit there and exit to the right, but I see them exit to the left, I see them come in that way. And I said the same thing I told Henry Lane when he came in over the Hess station, which is now Speedway. I says, I says, they're gonna turn left going, I said, no, they won't. He says, we
Absolutely
get
do.
arrows.
Absolutely
I
do
said,
all
yeah,
the time.
the arrows do a lot of good.
Yeah,
They do it all the time.
Yeah,
All the time.
you're supposed to go to the light.
And turn
to-
left.
And
Yeah.
then to enter.
yeah.
That's in the league, cause you're crossing a solid yellow line.
Yep.
But they do it all day long.
And you know one of the biggest places that we have accidents is right there by that by McDonald's.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
constant.
somebody almost pulled out and hit me today.
It's
It was
constant.
like, you can't see me.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
it just-
it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Now, see, I wasn't on the planning board when McDonald's redid their place.
Yeah,
When they came in for the site plan, I was saying, wait, can we rearrange this, your footprint so that you don't exit right across the street? They could have came up with something.
Well, there's nobody ever there.
Yeah,
It's amazing that there's a line there
oh, yeah.
all
Yeah.
day
Well,
and
good.
all
You know,
night.
good for them, but we've got to
Yeah, it's just-
be mindful. I'm mindful that people are darting out.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
It never stops.
Burger King should have reopened, they made a fortune.
know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But, you know, anybody, I mean, they get the perfect takeout because it's drive-through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know, opportunity lost there. But, you know, we will be phasing it back in. It's going to take a while, but I'll be, you know, anxious to see
I
what
wanna
the
call
date's going
Karen.
to be.
I got a couple of things I want to talk to her about.
Okay.
I'm a little pissed off that West End Creamery's not open. I'm a little pissed off. I need my summer.
You know,
Well, you know, they could open.
he could
I
open
was
for the ice
trying
cream.
to think out how we were talking about this the other
Well,
night.
Pirates Cove is open.
Right.
So he can
And
do
then what
the
they do
takeout.
is you put your order in.
Yeah, and then
Somebody's
you go
6
sit in
feet
the
behind,
car.
and you go sit in the car.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then, but he has such a crowd all the time.
Well,
But
you'd
I mean,
have to
I would.
limit it, you know.
Well,
I
You
would-
can sit
part
in
of
your
the-
car and people tell you, I mean, the same thing happens at Trader Joe's in Shrewsbury. People are sitting in their car. I waited, it went all the way around the building. It took me over a half hour to get in. But people were waiting in their car, and then as the line moved, they got out and got in line. So you can do that.
If he had that other entrance open, they could come in, put their order in, or text the order, have
Yeah.
it brought out to them, and go.
But I think he's also, he's at the miniature golf,
Well, yeah.
Well,
and you couldn't possibly
no,
do
no,
that.
no, no. I'm just talking about the ice cream
but
part.
the ice cream here.
That's
Right.
his big. That's his big gig.
Oh,
for
I
the
know.
summertime. I mean, and they're getting killed. I mean, Greg's a good. Well, you know.
Oh, Greg is a good guy.
You know.
Love Greg. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but this is throughout the whole state.
But it's
Yeah.
not just him.
Yeah.
It's-
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Well,
And,
no, Kimball Farms is open.
Yes, Kimball's
they
open.
are.
They
Oh,
figured a way to
yes,
do
they
it.
are.
They
did.
figured a way to do it.
So that's why I said Greg could open. if
Yes,
he
I think
figured
he's.
it out.
I'm surprised he hasn't.
Because
'cause he's a pretty sharp guy.
Kimball's has been open all along.
Yeah.
He may not want to.
Yeah.
He might feel it's
Yeah.
not worth it.
Plus, I mean, the girls are in. It's mostly girls in there.
Right.
In the
It's young.
inside.
Yeah, it's young
And they're in
people.
close proximity to each other. So they're gonna have to have masks on and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
Definitely.
the guy from Davios is on that board, and he was. They were having an interview with him,
Oh.
and
okay.
Steve, I can't think of his last name, but he was talking about how most of your servers are going to be wearing masks now.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm sure Pirates
Definitely, they're
Cove, I
gonna
mean,
have
God,
to.
they're really
They're
close
really
together.
tight,
That place
yeah.
not that big.
Yeah. Well, you want your workers to be safe.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's what the task
Oh,
force is for,
absolutely.
not just the public, but
The-
also that the people that are in service.
I stopped into the Grill 122. I
Yep.
did a
For
takeout,
pickup?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that there wasn't more people. I was the only one in there, and I'm like,
Well, I see people running across
Right,
there
which
all
is-
the time.
I hope they get
waiting.
busier. because
Yeah.
he's got a good. It took a long time to open that place back up. I don't want to
know.
lose it.
I know, we don't
Well, he had to
wanna lose it.
rebuild the whole place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it was cleaned out.
But
So
you know,
we
I mean,
want them to
wearing
be
a
safe.
mask all day too can be a pain in the neck.
You got to get the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Linda, she works, she only works 3 days a week, but she works, she has to wear a mask all day. She says, I hate it.
I don't know how anybody works with an N95. Because I have asthma,
Yeah,
and it restricts my breathing so badly that I can't wear it. So we ordered from work.
yeah.
We ordered some special ones. They're black and they hook around your
Yeah.
ears.
Yes.
And I tell you what, it's
My
night and
friend
day.
has those, yeah,
Night and day.
yeah. Yeah, my friend has those.
But you gotta have
Yeah.
what you gotta have. My
Yeah.
son has M95s, both of them. One of them got out of quarantine today.
Oh, good.
Thank God.
Good.
Where did he go?
He was at the
Um,
hotel in Milford.
They were in a hotel in
Yeah.
Milford.
Yeah, but how come you, oh, yeah, it was the ambulance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Ugh.
the danger is not always the person that's coughing. It's the person that doesn't have any symptoms and they don't know they're a carrier.
Asymptomatic, yeah.
So that's why we need to do the testing, because there are so many people who are carriers.
Huge key.
Yeah,
It's the biggest
Yeah.
part of this
Yeah.
is we need to be able to test more people.
and only 1% of the population of the United States has been tested. You know, I mean, you think when you see how many have been tested that it's a lot more, but it's not. It's only 1% of the population.
Well, yeah,
So we
well,
really need to up it.
Yeah, 350 million people?
Well, people say, oh, you did more testing in Italy. Italy's the size of Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, I drive from one end of the country to the other
Yeah.
in one day when
Yeah,
I'm in Italy.
percentage-wise, yeah, you do a
Yeah.
lot more.
Well, that's
So-
everybody when they did that they said we've surpassed Italy and China. And what? Yeah.
Yeah, Italy's
We're a
this big.
bigger
We're
place.
this big.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But the testing, we've got to do more testing. It's really very important. And that's the only way we're going to get on the other side of the
thing
curve.
now too is, you got people going out and coughing it in your face in a threat.
Yeah.
That's what police are dealing with too.
Coughing on produce. It's just
Yeah, coughing off, I mean,
sick.
and
crazy
you know, maybe they're not, you don't know.
No.
There's no way you can check.
Nope. Gardens have become huge. You can't find seeds because people are making their own gardens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Except
the
in
food will
Michigan.
be safe.
Michigan, you can't buy any plants.
Oh, you can't?
No, the governor of Michigan,
Any vegetable plants or anything?
Nope.
No?
Huh.
That's very
that's one of her
strange.
restrictions.
Oh, wow.
Why?
That's weird.
I don't know, I know they got a big problem in Detroit
Yeah.
with the virus. But that was one of the, well, she had that restriction, you can't use a motorboat, but you can use a canoe or a kayak.
Okay. I'm confused.
I don't know.
It's some strange, that's why there was some protest there, because this is weird.
Yeah.
And then in Georgia, you can do essential swimming
Yeah,
and running
Yeah.
on the beach.
yeah, in Georgia, you can do anything.
You can go to the beach if you have essential swimming, running, or jogging on the beach.
Yeah.
Essential. Okay.
They need to get a like even
Some
a
kind
common
of-
ground.
yeah.
We're not a common ground here either. They're talking about how we're working with the other governors. We're not.
No,
Connecticut's open for golf. Rhode Island's open for golf. Vermont's
Well, it's
open
just
for golf.
golf.
But
But
I'm
don't
just
go
saying,
there.
Yeah.
there's other things that they're letting you. Certain places you can go to. In Rhode Island, they're starting to let the barbershops open.
But they are talking with each other.
Right, but
so
they should-
They are talking with each other.
They should actually get a program together.
But they can't, because there's different numbers of cases in different areas. So
Well, yeah, Vermont doesn't count.
Well, Vermont doesn't have much
No,
going on
no,
there.
it's a couple of cows.
They're pretty social distanced.
Yes,
we were
they
talking
are.
about the western part of the state,
Yes.
Yeah.
which got hit pretty bad. But
Yeah.
there are places there
Why?
that they're social distance. There's some places in Western Mass that I never even heard of. They were on the call today, and they said we have no cases because we social distance when we live.
But the
Because
places
there's-
that were hot spots were because the New Yorkers came to their summer homes.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But and they also had the nursing home and
Well, yeah,
has
and
been
that boggles my
terrible.
mind how that I mean, it's just
Now it's
rampant in the
65,
nursing
I
homes.
think 65 now.
Well, a
in
nurse
Holyoke.
working there said that there was no plan in place. They were putting people in the same rooms
Veterans,
that weren't infected, and
I don't understand
they didn't have the
that.
proper equipment, protective equipment. So it's a real nightmare. Now the feds are involved.
Well, the National Guard there, I think I told you, my priest is
Yeah,
active duty, and that's where he's stationed. He's at the Veterans Home.
In Holyoke?
Yeah.
Oh, God bless them.
Yeah, that's where they sent
yeah.
him.
The administrator is,
He's there every day, yeah.
on leave,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but the feds are in now investigating as well. The VA. So, because I
These
guess
are the people we should be taking the best care of, and we're not.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
We're here because of them.
And you get into a nursing home, it's very easy for it to spread because everybody's
Touching
consolidated.
each other, coughing on each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and these are the most susceptible because they have other illnesses.
Mm-hmm.
They already have weak immune systems.
We sent 500 shields there, and I heard the governor say that they sent like 5,000 shields to them. So, hopefully, they're going to be okay. I just sent 100 shields to a hospice today that asked for.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah. So we've distributed over 10,000 shields now.
It's
So
amazing.
It's been great, yeah.
That is an
Yeah,
unbelievable
I know.
amount.
Yep, I know, it's a lot.
Now, there was a guy on yesterday, on one of the shows, that's making the new,
Masks,
the new
Shield.
test,
the new,
the new nasal test.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
yes.
And they said they're gonna do like 80,000 a month.
Yeah, we need to
That's
catch up.
phenomenal.
And
Yeah,
you
'cause
can do
we
it
need-
yourself at home.
Yeah.
We need to catch up, yeah, we do,
So there's a lot of working together.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and people are coming up with. I mean,
Well-
look, we got MIT, you got Harvard, you got
Well, that's who's
UMass, I
doing
mean-
it. Private people are taking the initiative to
Right.
do it because it's not happening in the government.
no.
So we need to do it, and I mean the federal government, not the,
No.
I think the governors and the states themselves are doing a much better job than the federal government, so. And we got to, and we're New England ingenuity here.
Well, we've
Yeah.
always done better with the private sector doing
Yeah.
the job.
Right, that's because you have a $250 hammer.
Right.
I know,
Now for $18 and I can buy one.
I know.
$250.
Yeah, but the general doesn't get a kickback.
Oh yeah, I know.
Well, we used to make chocolate for one of the air bases, little chocolate airplanes that shall remain nameless, when I had Hebert candies. And I remember they overpaid us. And I called them and I said, you sent us too much money. I mean, like a lot of too much money. And they said, oh, don't worry about it. I said, well, can I send it back? He said, no, don't send it back. It's way too much paperwork. He said, don't send it back.
Have you ever seen? I mean, you must have had the paperwork to make them.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the paperwork to do a
Yeah,
job?
I had to go through a whole.
It's this big.
Yeah.
It's literally that big.
Yeah, we had to go through a whole process and policy in order to be
Yeah,
able
'cause
to
we did
do it,
the,
yeah.
The base in Holyoke, as a matter of fact. No,
Chicopee,
Chicopee.
Westover.
Yeah, we did a whole bunch of back painted stuff in Westover. It was ridiculous. We were just supplying it to a customer who was putting it in,
Yep.
and we had to do paperwork. I'm like, this is just not worth it. It's just crazy.
There's a company that helps you to sell to the government by getting you through all.
Oh, yeah,
It's unbelievable what you
jump all
got to
the
do.
hurdles. Yeah, it is.
When I was
unbelievable.
selling rubbish cards, he said, "Would you?" I said, "I don't want to do it.
Yeah,
No,
It's not worth it. It's not worth the hours and to get on that GSA list."
and your rubbish carts were great.
Yeah,
I still have mine.
yeah,
Still have mine. Durable.
yeah. But the stuff they go through to get on a government list,
yeah.
oh my God!
Oh yeah.
I said, I'd rather not sell to them.
Yeah.
And you're still going to be the lowest bidder anyway.
I don't want to be the lowest bidder ever.
I sold to municipal governments. That was easy.
yeah, municipalities. Well, I think actually talk about municipalities. I think they're doing a very good job in, working with the public and taking
Yeah.
care of the public, and even in the situation where taxes are due and making it a lot easier for the
But we
public.
got to come up with a system to let some of these personal care people get back to work. I need a haircut. Where can I get one?
Do you see this mop?
Yeah.
Mine
You
is
know,
a
and
very strange
hairdressers.
color right now, so,
And the hairstylist that,
yeah.
I mean, somebody who just started out, the one down here in Rockdale was just starting up,
I
can't
know.
open.
Yeah.
I mean, and I
And
think it can,
and that investment is big.
yeah,
Yeah,
wear a face mask, wear protective eye care, eye covers, something like that. I mean, I think.
well, you
can-
have to disinfect after each and
And
every.
disinfect, yeah. I mean, do
Well,
it,
Did you ever have you gone to Market 32?
No, not lately.
Yeah.
They do a terrific job.
yeah,
After you have to stand there.
Yeah, that's,
The next person goes out, they wash the entire belt
Yeah.
down,
right,
yeah,
and then you come in.
yeah,
These are the steps you're going to have to take for a while.
right.
yeah,
Till they figure out, till there's a vaccine and there's a cure, you're going to have to take steps, and you're going
Right.
to have to get used to it.
Walmart's doing the same thing. And you gotta stand, a checkout line goes way down the aisle because you gotta,
I
Take the
really like the one-way aisles. I really like
I
that.
messed up. I went the wrong way then. And one lady was looking at me, I went, oh, sorry, didn't realize. So, my fault.
well, yeah, if I'm going down, if I have to skip an aisle, I have to go down.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Well,
So
that's
I
what
can-
I did. I skipped an aisle and then I went the
Yeah,
wrong
you
way.
can't
It's kind of
skip
like
an
driving in Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Too many one-ways.
It
right,
was the grid.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it's
But we're laughing about it.
you have to.
Well, yeah,
You-
you
you-
go
The
insane.
memes that are coming out are hysterical.
I know.
You know, somebody sent me yesterday. It was really cute. It says, my doctor says I'm getting old. I need a bar in my bathtub. You guys got Jack Daniels and stuff in the shower. Well, that's a bar.
My doctor called and canceled my checkup appointment.
Mm.
They're not seeing anybody, so I went, and I haven't gone for 3 years. So he called me and was angry with me. But I'm not going till July now. It's pushing
Mm.
everything back to July.
I was scheduled I go every 6 months, December and June. So I'm all set. Hopefully it'll be open by June.
Yeah, maybe.
Doctor's offices probably will be.
Well, they know how to. They have the
Yeah.
ability to disinfect.
Yeah.
I
They-
just
they-
made it under the line with Dr. Dahl, and then, because I went in December, and he scheduled me for June. My cardiologist, I was there just before they shut everything down. Just before, in fact, they had a sign up that, to wear a mask and all that,
Yeah.
but then they shut it down. But now, I'm not scheduled to go back there until July, so I'm safe
A
again.
unique situation happened yesterday. My daughter called, text. One of my grandchildren was fooling around in the backyard. They were doing something silly, and he
Got hurt.
broke his wrist.
Oh,
They got him in and out in 3 hours,
no. Wow.
and he was loopy, and they still sent him home. Like, get out,
No, yeah. I did
because
not-
they had
Yeah,
to
they
go.
don't want you
They had
there.
to do surgery.
Yeah.
They had to put pins and stuff in his wrist,
Yeah,
and I love the picture of him though. It's awesome. They watched last week, as a matter of fact,
was
from New
he?
York. 10. They're all nuts.
Aw, poor
yeah,
little
see now,
thing.
if this was normal situation, he'd probably been overnight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They would have kept him overnight.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
but this is also costing hospitals tremendous amounts of
Because
money.
no elective surgeries. A lot of doctors are getting furloughed, believe it
Yeah.
or not. Yeah.
Yeah, because they can't do any surgery,
Yeah.
they can't do checkups.
They make the most money on elective surgeries. So
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah, so this is
There
is
goes your
hurting them.
facelift.
Yeah.
I know, me too.
So it is it's a tough situation.
it's-
We thinking, oh, the hospitals must be out straight. No, they're not. It's only certain parts of the hospital.
Yeah, we drove by the DCU Center today. That was eerie to see all the National Guards and the tent up and the tents up. So that was like a movie. Yeah.
It's bizarre because
Sci-fi.
you think of 9/11.
Yeah.
You think of the Boston bombing. You think of any of that. You had someone to blame, and it was over.
Yep.
This is the unheard of.
Yeah.
This is something we can't fight this by ourselves. We have to fight this together with medical, and that's nobody knows how to deal with
The
this.
unseen enemy.
It is. It really is the unseen
Yeah.
enemy.
And then there's some people that it's very light. They don't they just it's like a cold, And then there are people like poor Nick Cordero, who I saw on Broadway in Waitress. They just amputated his leg because it has so many different facets. It developed blood clots. They couldn't stop it, and they had to remove his leg. And he's a Broadway actor, dancer.
They said there's a lot of
Yeah.
people that don't have, are asymptomatic
Yeah.
cough and everything, and they get lesions on their feet.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It was,
Oh,
they were
very
talking about it.
bad,
Yeah, it was
very
on one of the
bad.
programs I was watching. Like,
It's
okay.
It's almost like a mutating virus.
Yeah.
So it's very strange.
Pretty strange, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very weird. It's very weird. It's going to take a long time.
And that's why you cannot take this lightly.
Oh,
We're working remotely with our students in the Ed Hub, so we bought them all Chromebooks. So I've been delivering them, and one of the men is living at one of the hotels. So I met him in the lobby and opened it up and was showing him how to use it. And another guy came by with a mask on. I'm so sick of this, and I miss my friends. And I'm like, hey, this is not something that you take lightly, buddy.
I had
People are dying out there.
2 of my nephews at my house today
Yeah,
in 2 different places because their Wi-Fi went down and they had to go to school.
yeah,
Yeah.
And one of them is a senior. And I just looked at him and I said, I feel bad for you because
yeah.
nothing I can do. And we're going to deal with it. And we're talking about what we're doing. And it's kind of funny because he took his hat off and they had all shaved their heads. All of the guys in the class had shaved their heads. I said, good for you. At least you still. He said, no, we get. And I asked him, have you done the I call it the trunk party, where they all get in a circle
Yeah.
in their cars and they're sitting in the trunk talking to each other.
Oh, really?
I was like, that's great. Good for you.
Oh, that's
Yeah, they
nice.
call it a trunk party.
Oh, hadn't heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But these are some of the things that are going to happen. And as we go in time, we'll look back on it. And I said to him, I said, you're in history. You were the
Yeah.
graduating class that went through the coronavirus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. My
Well,
grandson's a junior, and they couldn't take their SATs, so they're going to have to make allowances for that. And he was in show choir and community theater, so they're getting together on Zoom and they're building sets together on Zoom, different facets of sets,
That's
getting
awesome.
ready for a play that they're going to do in the fall. So it keeps them busy.
I
but
heard
it's-
some schools talking
yeah.
about doing a prom in July or
Yeah.
August. You know,
Yeah.
well, California's talking about going to
Yeah.
school in July now.
And Jack was looking forward to that would have been his first prom, junior prom.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
No
that's
problem.
the kids are not getting their proms
Yeah.
and the graduations are not happening. It's just not fair.
Yeah, it's so different. Than
You know, even if they had the prom, we got the prom dress. All the stores are closed.
Yep.
online, they'll deliver it to
Yeah.
your door. Everything online.
Can't try it on though.
They
Yeah,
buy
wait till
them
you get home.
online though, you know.
You gotta buy sneakers online.
I know.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
I know. I mean, I'm wary about buying clothes online because I like to.
Oh
make sure I
yeah,
get the-
so do I. So do I.
especially shoes.
Well, and as a matter of fact, I got the little text to it. My grandkids all watched the show last
Oh,
week.
that's
Last
nice.
time I was on the thing, and they were like, "Hey, Grandpa, you got your old man shoes on." You can always tell a guy's age by New Balance. Yeah, I know.
oh,
Good Massachusetts company.
Yes,
that's right. I
Look
was
what
just
they're
gonna
doing.
Say that. Keep
Yeah.
it
look what they're
local.
doing. It's tremendous. They're making a lot of masks.
Yeah,
Yep.
They even what did they got? 50,000 masks? One in the hospitals, but the straps are broken.
oh,
New Balance took them and fixed them.
oh, great.
It was just
Well, I don't know if you heard about the mask that the Kraft sent for the
Mhm.
Yeah.
Patriots. Yet. They're no good.
Are you kidding me?
They're not good enough for hospital workers.
Oh.
They're all right for individuals,
Yeah.
but they're not good enough to work using a hospital.
Oh no.
So someone said they'll probably be for sale in Foxborough with the Patriot emblem on them.
Now, I was in a meeting with the community center with their board, and Dennis Latour's wife Pam is making masks with logos. She made them with the community center logo on them.
Oh.
Yeah, because she does all the alterations for the tuxedos and the
Yes.
dresses,
Oh.
and there's no work, so she's making masks. Yeah, but she's customizing them, so,
That's
That's gonna be you're gonna start seeing masks
Yeah.
come with all kinds of stuff on them.
exactly, they're gonna have everybody's
Remember
logo.
hockey's first mask was just white. Now it's
Everybody's
a
logo.
helmet now, and it's got
Yeah.
all the different.
Looks like
you know,
a race car.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, boy,
It's just got to keep. Everybody's got to keep using their head.
yeah.
They got to. I'm seeing a lot more traffic, which is unnerving.
I am too.
Yes.
I saw
It's
a lot of
unnerving.
has
traffic
picked
going
up a
into
lot.
Worcester today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually said it when we
But
were
you know
driving
what,
in.
people are only gonna stand it for so long, and now nice weather's coming.
Oh boy.
And the governor said that in his address, you know, nice weather's coming, you're gonna wanna go out, and,
Yep.
but we've gotta be smart about this, we've gotta, you know, do it the right way, cause if we have to shut down again, it's gonna be torture.
I don't think for a minute that they're going to open up before June 1st. I just don't.
Well,
I
yeah,
just-
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I think that some businesses will be opening before June first. And I think that golf courses would be a good choice.
Yeah. Well, you know,
Because
it's
your
funny. I was having this
distance.
discussion with my
Yeah.
son, who happens to be a very, very avid golfer, and he said they got to change the way golf is done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what you got to do now
One
is you
to
got to
a-
go. You got to go
Yeah.
with the scooter.
Yeah,
The bag's in the back.
Yeah.
You got a scooter. Then you're I made the comment because I'm never near anyone anyway because my ball's always in the woods, so it really doesn't matter. I'm never near anybody.
I saw on one news report, Chinese children had made paper hats with 3 feet.
Oh, that's
So
hysterical.
they can stay
That's
6 feet
awesome.
away.
Okay, here's the
Yeah.
distance.
So, because I'm like, what the heck is that? But it was
That's
pieces of paper
hysterical.
that go out 3 feet on either side. So
Yeah,
that
we-
was their 6-foot distancing hat.
I'm involved with Memorial Day, and
Yeah.
we're not sure what we're gonna, I was talking to Phil about, we don't know what we're gonna do yet. We
Yeah.
don't know what the town's plan is.
Well, I mean,
We'll put flags on the graves. If it's just 2 of us doing it, we'll get it
Yeah.
done.
But
you call me.
you can do a
I'll help.
You can do like a parade of cars or something. People in
Well,
cars.
the Friday before Memorial Day, we go to St. Pat's. We usually had the Boy Scouts come in on the Little League, but we're not gonna have the kids there doing that.
No.
No.
No, we'll wear masks, gloves.
Yeah.
And you'll social distance, and you'll pop them in and go.
Yep.
You know, and we were talking about it before that we went on, and the town's, you know, town meeting is postponed, and the problem with that is if you don't have a home phone, you didn't get that call.
Yeah.
So, first and
No,
foremost,
it goes to my cell phone.
oh, does it? Okay,
Yeah.
because I thought because
You
it
have to
doesn't come
sign
on
up.
mine.
You have
Yeah,
to.
you
Okay.
just have to sign
See,
have
up.
to
mine's through my
sign
house
up.
phone because
Yeah.
I still have one.
I checked
It
the
goes to both of
websites
them.
and
Right,
she's
you have to
fine.
check the website, and Bobby LaChapelle did a great job. I got to give him credit.
Yeah.
I give Bobby a lot of garbage. I bust his chops quite a bit, but he did a great job, and it's, you know, to do that, the length of that statement, it's hard. I
Yep.
mean, you've done it, I've done it,
Yeah.
you've done it, but if you're not used to doing that, that is a long time
Yeah.
to be talking. So, but if you didn't hear it, there's extensions to the
The election and. the
election,
town meeting.
the
taxes.
taxes and everything, so look up on the website. We're all on websites now.
Yep, you don't have to pay your property taxes till June 1st
Yep.
now.
That will help a lot of
Yeah.
people that are struggling.
And they'll set up pay plans for you too,
Yep.
so. And
Well, it
there's
gives you
no
a month. I think the
interest.
IRS was much better. They gave us until July.
Yeah,
From
They had to
April
do that.
July.
They had to do that. They had to get the system set up.
Yeah, but they got nobody working.
Right, that's something, I had to get the computer system. I was
Yeah.
talking about my son's a tax lawyer.
yeah,
I said, why did you do that in July? Because none of us would have been able to do it. They had to give themselves time so that they could set up the extension so that they didn't automatically kick in the fines.
oh, yeah.
We're like, oh, well, that makes sense.
Well, I already filed. I just haven't
But you
sent the
didn't pay.
check.
I haven't.
I'll
haven't
send the
filed
check in
yet.
July. That's
Maybe
fine with
things
me.
will settle down, I'll get time to do my taxes. I'm working so much. Yeah, it's a lot going on, but,
You know, and stimulus checks are slowly coming in.
yes, I've been getting calls today that those that don't pay taxes, and have never, submitted their bank accounts are beginning to get their checks. So, check your mailbox, guys, wanna make sure someone hasn't
Well,
stolen
you
your
can go,
check.
I went online and and put my bank information in.
But a lot of people, you know, especially elderly, they just
Right,
don't
they
have
don't- right.
the means to do that, yeah.
Yeah, there's always glitches to different things.
Yeah.
We're probably not gonna get ours for a while because we had to switch bank accounts because we
Oh.
got hacked.
Oh,
And
Oh.
so now everything is, I'm like,
yeah, it'll take a little while.
yes, but that's okay. I'm not,
But it'll come,
oh yeah,
it'll be
I'm not,
there.
we're not struggling now anyway.
Yeah.
I'm still working.
Thank goodness, that's good. A lot of people are not.
Yeah, I tell you what, some of the, I'm wondering what the situation and system they're gonna have for like the senior centers. Because so many people
Depend
rely
on, yeah, they depend
on
the
seeing
senior.
someone and being with, and now that senior bus,
Yeah,
it's huge.
I know.
It's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, they're not running.
No. As a matter of fact,
The RTA is running now.
we're doing a
Yes.
prototype for the MTA,
Oh, are you?
MBTA. Yeah, for the capsule, so that they can't get to the driver.
Yeah, because I
Oh,
saw the RTA running today and they have a mask, the driver has a mask on.
So when they start
Yeah.
doing those, maybe that'll help them get back, because
Right.
those are all government funded buses anyway. So
But you still have people
No,
sitting next
actually,
to each other. There's,
Gail bought that bus.
yeah,
did she really?
Yep.
yeah.
I did not know that.
Unibank was a big
Yeah, I was just
contributor.
gonna say, Unibank.
I thought
But there were
What's
some
that?
others as well, and, but they actually bought the bus privately. Well, not private, but through the senior center. The government didn't fund it.
really,
They raised funds for that, yeah.
because I know that for a long time they were grants.
Yeah, but grants are drying up. And now you won't see a lot of grants
No,
because,
no.
I
All that
know.
money's gone.
yeah,
And that's another thing that's gonna hurt the chambers, so, you know, we're not eligible for any of that funding,
Right.
chambers aren't, so, there are many chamber presidents and, executive directors that are laying themselves off, so, you know, they're working very short
Yeah, I
hours
saw
and,
the guy from Worcester, Murray,
oh, Tim,
on
yeah.
Sunday. Timmy on
Yeah.
Sunday. Yeah.
So I know they laid off 3 people there. We've laid off 2 of the part-time and, well, 3 of my part-time, and 1 is on part-time layoff. The other 2 are laid off. And so it's just the 2 of us now. And, you know, just gotta. We did have a question today in regards to the PUA, which I'm hearing from people that they're getting their checks now. Those are the gig workers and the sole proprietors who are normally not eligible for unemployment, but now they
Yes.
are open.
yes, that's a big factor.
They are open for unemployment, and as well as they're getting that $600 a week. So
Yeah,
one musician called me and he said, "I'm making more money than I ever made." So,
yeah, you're
God
thinking
bless
about a
them.
sole proprietor, you
Yeah.
had, you didn't pay in, so you had no
Yeah.
way of getting any kind
Yeah.
of cash. And in fact, but you understood, if you went out, you closed your business up,
Yeah,
maybe you're going out and get a full-time job somewhere. You can't do that,
no, it's not possible.
no.
So this is a big help to them, but I did get a question today that was, can I collect, I got a PPP because they own a business, right, and that's payroll protection program, right?
Right.
Which means you gotta bring people back, or even if you're sole proprietor and you get a PPP, you gotta work.
You gotta,
They
you gotta
said,
bring your company back.
Can I collect unemployment? I'm like, no, you can't.
Nice try.
And then they said, well, if I exhaust, because you don't get as much money, if obviously you're sole proprietor. If I exhaust the funds on the PPP, then can I collect unemployment? And I'm like, you might be able to, but I'm going to ask Jessica about that one because I'm not going to say yes or no yet. But I would have never thought of that. So,
See, that's the problem, is there's so many facets to everything that there's no way, and that happens with any program.
yeah,
Something goes, oh, we never thought of that.
yeah. I
Now
bet I
what do they
can still
do?
collect. If I spend all this money, maybe I can collect that. So, and then there are people, I think I mentioned it last week, that I can't bring everybody back, but they're telling me I have to spend this money, start spending this money. I said, well, you have to pay them to stay home.
Yeah,
And,
Oh.
yeah,
yeah,
That's the
basically.
tough part, is paying people
Yeah.
to stay home.
exactly,
And they don't want to come back because they're making more money now than before.
right.
Go ahead, you're on.
Hi, this is Don Menard. How you doing?
All right,
Hey,
Don.
how are ya?
Hey, trying to move buses that can't be moved.
Yeah, well, they look good anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How did you
we,
make out with the insurance?
Yeah, the state of Massachusetts won't let us. What do you call it? Take the buses off the road and go through the rigmarole. So we still got 12 buses that are registered and paying every month, and they're sitting in the yard.
Well, it's not the state of Massachusetts. The governor sent out an advisory. I think I sent that to you. They can't regulate the insurance, the private insurance companies, but I talked to Secretary Keneally, and they did send me the information that I forwarded to you that they gave a very strong advisory to the insurance companies, advising them to work with you and all their customers to reduce insurance because you're paying
They're
for
not
insurance.
working with us.
They won't work with you?
No, they will not work with us. We've tried.
All right,
we have our agent is Greg Parker down there, and he says, waste of time. He says, they just won't do nothing.
All right, can you send me those emails? Because we're getting this. We're getting people pointing at each other. Because Secretary Keneally sent me the letter, which I think I forwarded to you, that they sent to the insurance companies. So they
Yeah, I
can't
haven't seen
mandate them, but they strongly advise them to reduce your insurance during this time. It's not the state. It's not somebody saying that the state won't let them. So.
Now, a number of insurance companies.
It's not only us. It's all the insurance companies. All the bus companies are having the same problem. We figure by probably another 2 months, we're going to have probably 50% of all the bus companies are going to be out of business completely because there's nothing being done really to help the bus companies. If you saw on TV the other day, one bus company owner was crying on TV because all these years I worked to start a bus company and going well, and now I'm losing it completely because I can't make payments on 20 buses, he says.
Do you have my email address, right, Don?
I don't personally. Keith might have it at the office.
Yeah, Keith. I know Keith has it. So can you
Yeah.
send me that information? Because I'll call Mike Keneally, Secretary Keneally, as soon as I get it. And because he had said, when I talked to him about your problem, he said that he had not heard from any bus companies at all. So that was earlier, though. That was a good, 4 weeks ago?
Oh,
or
yeah.
so? Yeah.
4 weeks
Right.
ago.
So,
Yeah, if you were on Channel 5 yesterday, the bus companies were calling in to Channel 5 and saying the bus companies in Massachusetts are just getting destroyed.
So,
We're lucky.
because
We're a good
Secretary
company,
Keneally had his
and we
aide
don't have a lot of debt.
contact me right away.
But a lot of the companies in the state are paying on buses that are worth $600,000 a piece, and they can't make payments because they got no work.
Yeah.
And there's no work going to be around for a while because you can't put the people on buses right
No.
now. So right now we're thinking our buses are going to be sitting till October.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
So, if Keith can send me that information, I will. I'll call the lieutenant governor. I mean, we'll get to the bottom of it. But get me that information so that I have some ammunition.
Yeah. We had just bought a bus a week before this started, believe it or not.
Oh man.
Get that information
Yeah.
to Jeannie, and she can
Yeah.
take it from there.
We
Yeah.
just bought a minibus because we're getting a lot of calls for minibuses, you know. And the week we got it, this is when everything started. So that's sitting also.
Oh man.
Well,
All right.
It might be something can be done, but you got to follow up. So please email Jeannie on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
But
definitely.
I want to let you know what's happening. But people are asking how come those buses are just sitting in the yard down there, and now if they see
Can't
the
do
buses
anything,
riding around town, we're trying to get the batteries built up and everything on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. Got to keep them maintained. I'll do whatever I can
we
for
still have
you.
2 people working on them every day, getting caught up, grease jobs, oil changes, and just trying to get them back because you just can't let them go.
No. You can't.
No, they cost too
Can't
much.
let them sit there. Yeah, no, get me that
each one of those
information.
buses is worth about $600,000.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
get that to Jeannie right away in the morning.
yeah, because
Okay.
I'm on a call with Secretary Keneally every Friday, but I will call right away.
Okay.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
and
We're
actually,
running short of time.
Karen will be on that too.
I know, I got a email from Liberty Mutual, they're gonna give me 20% back because they said nobody's on the road.
Yeah,
Cause that's changing again.
yeah,
Seeing traffic back up again.
Well, they said AAA had, one of the biggest things AAA is doing right now, and any of the roadside people, is jumping cars because they've been sitting so
oh,
long.
yeah,
Yeah,
And they-
I can
I'm
believe
sure.
that, yeah,
oh, my Yukon hasn't been out of the garage in 6 weeks.
right.
I mean, I've been using my white car, but that's it.
My convertible was out today.
Yeah, huh?
yeah, my daughter had to go pick up the Cobra. My Cobra, I let them keep it for me. I let them drive it in the summer. And I haven't picked up the Carmangia yet either. I got to give them a call. Were you driving around in your convertible? Good for you.
Yeah, I said,
But you keep it at home, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, we store the others.
A real one?
Yeah,
You have a real Cobra.
yeah, I do. Yeah.
You are just amazing.
Yeah.
You're like Sue.
Shelby.
You're like Sue.
Sue?
And down at the shirt place across from us.
Oh, really?
She's a
Oh.
Cobra sitting on a rack.
Oh, no, I drive it.
Well, yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
said to her. I said,
yeah.
that thing's going to go to waste. I can take that out for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll take that for a ride.
oh, okay, I tell you, I see, Sue, Gogoinka,
Yes.
yep. Yeah, you gotta drive 'em. I mean,
Yeah.
I try to take it out every now and then, even in the winter, if the roads are good, cause you wanna keep it going,
Oh, yeah. You'll flatten the tires.
yeah,
You get a flat spot on the tires. No
That
good.
happened
The
to
brakes
me with
lock
the
up.
gear.
Yep.
I hadn't moved it in years, and yeah, we had to rebuild the motor and everything.
You don't see many of them anymore.
Yeah, I drive it around all summer though. My little putt.
Is it a convertible?
Yeah, ragtop. Yeah, yeah. 69. The
Nice.
Cobra's a 67. The Gia's a 69. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It's fun.
we gotta wrap it up, then,
Well, stay safe, everyone.
yeah.
Yep.
The new greeting: live long and prosper.
Yep.
I can't do it, I can only do it with my left, I can't do it with my right.
Little did Leonard Nimoy know what he was
Right.
doing, huh? It's
I
the
know.
first time.
You actually got
Yeah.
that, it's
Yeah,
part of
it's
the
a
Jewish religion.
It is, yeah. It is. So
We'll be back next week.
Yep.
Tomorrow night, I'm gonna, the Purgatory guys didn't wanna come in, so we're gonna play an old one.
Cool.
okay, and contact me at jhebert@blackstonevalley.org. Happy to help you.
Make sure you call tomorrow, Don.
Yeah.
Don't call here next week and tell us you got a problem, you didn't call.
Right. Right.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Okay.